4. I'm gonna keep my thing brief this time. I feel like I don't really have too much to say, honestly. I don't know why the other ones I'm just yapping, but I think I'm just gonna start this video. Start this recap with. So week 4 is about recovering a sense of integrity. She says you may find yourself grappling with self definition and like I've been having like I literally just realized it last like at the beginning of the week or earlier. I was like, I think I'm having an identity crisis. So it's so funny when I actually read the chapter and she was like, "Oh well, this should be expected. Thanks for the warning, babes." It's just weird. This week is meant to involve a lot of introspection and new self-awareness. It's very difficult. She's we do also have this assignment of reading deprivation. Kind of complicated to me personally. I think this book was written before social media because um, her point is we need to stop consuming other people's thoughts so we have enough room for our thoughts to grow, which I totally agree and understand and like relate with. That being said, like it was just strange. Like she was like, "Oh, instead of reading, you can listen to music." But to me, music is also a form of art. But then she doesn't include social media. But I feel like social media could be part. But personally, just based off of my art form, if I right now went off social media, I have no issue with going off social media. I can do that. I can ghost, but I fear that right now, as I'm just now getting the motivation and momentum, if I took that week off, I wouldn't have the jump to get right back into where I stopped because it's so easy for me to go off. I go off all the time and I have to remind myself like, no, you're supposed to keep your audience engaged. So reading deprivation was a little hard for me. Not I also did accidentally read. Um, this task would probably have been easy for me, perhaps like a year and a half ago, because I really only just got back into reading last year. So I think that's so funny. Because to me, reading is like something I have to like get myself to do to step away from again hearing other people's thoughts, and the fact that she sees it as such like a huge distraction is just wild to me. Maybe I'll retry the reading deprivation, but I think um, I'm just gonna mark and identify which art forms work for me. So maybe I won't read a book. I don't know though. That just sucks. I feel like I just need that to step away. Maybe I won't read a book and watch like YouTube videos. But things I don't even watch TV in the first place. You see, everything she says is like I wasn't doing it, but now that you said I can't do it, it's like But yeah, maybe this is just I'm just like a grumpy girl right now. Sorry I went off of that little tangent. Um yeah, it's like you get a loss of self identity and you just realize that you're shedding your old self and getting your new self. And she says, as you gain or regain your creative identity, you lose your false self you were sustaining. The loss of this false self can feel traumatic because I don't know who I am anymore. I don't recognize me. I actually do feel that way. Like, I actually made a video about that, like a funny video though. It's like I just don't know who I am anymore. I used to have very like specific branding, and I don't know. But also, I don't know if I'm gaining or regaining a creative self. Like that's something I'm thinking about. It's like, did you ever have a creative self in the first place, and you're getting her back, or is this a whole new person? Like, is this you? Are you coming back to you, or are you discovering a new you? I feel like I might be coming back to me, but I don't know. Honestly, this week has been a lot of question marks for me. It's just like I really don't know. I'm like, am I even making any progress? Like the whole thing is just I'm just really struggling. Like I just don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm like I feel like I should be further ahead. I feel like I should be doing stuff. I just feel like I should be I don't know if I'm really accomplishing anything. I don't know if I really have an inner artist. Like I know I'm an inner artist, but I don't know what I'm doing. I just feel like I don't don't want to use the big F word, failure, because I don't feel like a failure, but I just feel like I'm failing myself. And I don't know. There's certain things, again, like I probably mentioned, things that I probably should do to be more disciplined. Fix my sleep schedule. Exercise. Oh, I did start exercising though. Yeah, like actual routine. Today is actually my rest day, but just keep at it. Consistency. It's just so funny. I won most consistent in the seventh grade for my one of a kind award, and I just feel like I struggle with that. I don't know, but yeah, I do feel like I am having to self-reflect just my identity in general. Like it's crazy that she did mention that. It's probably my quote of the week actually. Okay, I'm just gonna skip to the. I also like she said, each day's morning pages take a swipe at the blur you have kept between you and your real self. Because she says sometimes skip like the morning pages reveal the truth, and then sometimes when we skip the morning pages, it's kind of like a protest because we don't want to have to like self-analyze or like think about all the things that we're doing or going through with a clearer light because it like makes you have to like really reflect and like see things as they are. And like honestly, I definitely agree and get that. It's some days where you're like, I don't really want to analyze the situation, so you just skip the pages. But she said you should reframe your thinking rather than thinking, oh, I skipped it because I'm in a bad mood. Think I'm in a bad mood because I skipped it. So you always feel motivated to skip it. I mean to do it. I do think it's crazy how far in the journal I've made it. Like I know I'm being somewhat consistent, just maybe not as consistent as I would like. Another thing that I noticed is that because I'm trying to get my pages out. Maybe I'm not going in depth into situations that I would like that I would because before I wasn't as consistent with journaling before this came around. But when I would journal, like let's say if I journaled once a week or twice a week, it would be like 8 pages of just stuff, and I'm going into each like situation I'm talking about. I'm analyzing it, but then this time because I'm like, oh, I want to get 3 pages. I want to hit 3 pages. No, I'm sure 3 pages isn't a limit. It was just make sure minimum is 3 pages. But then I'm like sleepy trying to get my 3 pages, and then I'm just like giving like it's not even a Sparks Notes version, but it just feels like I'm like not doing this an in-depth analysis as I would like of things. Like I don't read back because you know you're not supposed to read the morning pages back, but I know it's gonna be a lot of, and then it's a lot of me explaining like I do like break the fourth wall. I guess I'm like it's 6 a.m. so I'm writing this. It's 6 a.m. so I'm writing this. I'm done. Da, da. So maybe I need to get back more in depth because she does say morning pages take a swipe of the blur you've kept between you and your real self because it's you like wiping the mirror. So I want to properly wipe the mirror. I want to see who's in that mirror for real because girls are confused, man. Yeah, it's just weird because I both feel like I'm changing, but I also feel like I'm not changing. Like I feel like I'm not making any progress, but then I also feel like I've changed. Like I'm changing. Like I don't really know, honestly. It's complicated. So it's crazy because I am having an identity crisis. I guess I don't know if that's the term I should use, but lots of self reflection going on. When we neglect and abandon our morning pages, when we're about to get to the brink of clarity, um, it's just a form of protest. Like it's something that people do. So we have to like make sure to be conscious, to be like, don't make an excuse to skip the pages, which I do often. And also, I'm still doing my morning pages before I go to sleep. Although some of these, actually, I lied. I'm like alternating, which I probably shouldn't. I should be consistent, but exactly, you should be consistent. Yeah, reading deprivation. Because it's identifying which forms of media, like TV, reading. She says you can listen to music, but what's the same music and TikTok? I mean, I understand. I don't use TikTok. I don't scroll on TikTok, but like, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I know, if I did this for reading deprivation, maybe I would be like more present with my friendships. Like I would talk to them more. But even as I'm going through this journey, I just feel like withdrawing and not having to, not necessarily deal with friendships, but like I don't know. Mm, I really don't know. You see, what do I even know? Anyways, did my little tasks like barely. There's a lot of like work that would have taken intense introspection, and I think I just wasn't feeling like doing that. I'm already having an identity crisis. You don't have to bring that to the forefront. Like I had to write a letter from my 80-year-old self to my current self, and then from my 8-year-old self to me now, and it's like, I'm not writing you a full page. I'm gonna write you a couple lines. So maybe I'm just not doing this right. I just feel like maybe I'm not doing it right, and that's like the whole thing. But yeah. But let me just do. Then another thing she says, it's normal to yearn for rest when you're moving so rapidly. What you will learn to do is rest in motion, like lying down in a boat. Your morning pages are your boat. They will both lead you forward and give you a place to recuperate from your forward motion. And like when you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. Because sometimes I'm like, I have too much going on to journal this shit right now. But no, the journal helps you identify what's going on. I think I just see it so much like a task or like an assignment. It's like, okay, bedtime, get in bed, write your pages. But it's like, because I'm like, I don't get into bed until when I'm like, damn, I should go to sleep. It's not something I'm like mindfully doing. And it needs to be something I mindfully do because these are, your thoughts are your most important things. Like, how else can I self analyze? Yeah. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the task that I'm checking. How many days did I do my morning pages? I did 4.5 out of 7. Again, not great. I can't say why. Again, maybe it was a protest, honestly. I was tired. I think one of the days I just honestly just fell asleep, like writing. Yeah. Did I do my artist date this week? Actually, I did. I let me show you. Oh no, I lost my page. I did do my artist date. I baked cookies. I don't know. I feel like it counted, even though it's not like art, but it is art. Let me show y'all. I took a video. I actually vlogged it from my YouTube channel, and that video is doing pretty decent for for the size of my channel. So it's kind of crazy because it was like a last minute, like spur of the moment, like, oh, let me just do it. But I also did record like a little vlog. And this is me talking about it. I went to the store to get it. And then here are the cookies. Yeah, I baked cookies. That was my artist date. It's like most of my artist dates haven't been like. She also said we should commit to a bigger artist date this time, like one significant one. So fingers crossed, I actually am intentional with that because I just like feel stupid. But yeah, that was cool. Sorry. How did it feel? It felt cool. It was nice to feel like I was doing something. Like I was like, okay, I want to do this today, and I was very intentional with doing it. And I filmed video, both short form and long form. So, and um, I just felt I was glad that it felt like I was being intentional and not just something I did. So it was great. Did I experience synchronicity? No synchronicity this week. Or maybe none that I took note of. I'll keep my eyes peeled for next week. And hopefully we do get some next week. And then any other issues this week that you consider significant? Identity crisis, which I've gone into extensively, and the reading deprivation thing. Um, I don't know if I'm just in a grumpy mood, so I'm like not really. I'm not even in a grumpy mood, but just like in a skeptical mood because I feel like I'm not growing. But also maybe I'm not just being intentional enough to see any growth. So, catch 22. Is that what you call it? It's just like a like maybe you would see growth if you were doing it the right way. Some people are doing it, and it just feels like I'm like half-assing this journey. Um, but also I just like doing this self-reflection. I'm like, this is not where I wanted to be in this, but I do feel like I've unlocked a little bit of creativity. Um, I got some great ideas this week. I mean, even with the YouTube video, and I had two videos that I created as well that I was proud of. So like I can feel there's some creative juices like flowing. I think it's just like maybe I'm not seeing the results I want, which is in turn making me less motivated. I'm not entirely sure. I also need to just maybe I really just need to be more and more intentional with this and like lock in because the way I even do the like my readings, I also started it as an audiobook as well, so I can like listen to it and then go back and actually read it when I have time. But it's like, what do you mean when you have time? You make the time. So it's just like when this month is over, because we're at the end of the month, it's the 21st. I really want to take a moment because I just have some deadlines coming up. So once those deadlines pass, take a moment to actually breathe. Because I think she had mentioned something like everyone needs a moment to be mindful. And it's funny, like I can do silent time because that was why she even talks about the reading deprivation that everyone needs silent time and like time with their own where they can be quiet. I can do silent time. I know how to be on my own, but I'm not like what do I nail break? I'm not like being mindful. Like I'm on the go. Like I'm literally on that boat she was talking about. Like I'm just on that boat, and it's funny because it's like you're on the go going where? Like you're not even seeing the results, so it's like you might as well stop and breathe. But yeah, maybe this is just not very. Maybe yeah, because of the identity crisis, I'm just being a little tough. But yeah, those are my thoughts for this week. Again, let's go over what we did. We did 4.5, and I say and a half because I think I had one day where it wasn't up to the 3 pages. 4.5 out of 7 days, and then this was our artist day. LOL. You can't even see the cookie dough. Let me see if I have a picture with the cookies. Yeah. This is funny. But yeah. Mhm. And no synchronicity that I can think of, but I know there's gonna be some next week. Also, what I want to do, one of her tasks was like clear out your closet or like throw away at least one outfit. I want to throw away something. Well, not throw away, but get rid of one outfit because I keep a lot of my clothes over the years. Get rid of one outfit to make room for another outfit, like metaphorically, to make room so we can keep moving forward. Again, even with this identity crisis, she says you're gonna start seeing some things that, oh, I don't even like this, but I actually like this, and just learning a lot more about yourself. And I can see that. So, yeah, those are all my thoughts this week. Nothing really significant, but thank you. We are, is this 12 weeks or just 4 weeks in? We still have 2 months.